Hi, I'm Frank Cohen. I'm the CEO and the founder at Clevermow. In today's Ask Mo Anything, or an AMA for short, we're going to give you something very special. It's the 4 steps for you to launch your first ad. 4 steps, that doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not. The reason for Clevermow is that advertising is broken. And I'm going to tell you just in a couple of minutes why it's broken and then how you can use Clevermow to solve the issue. If I talk to the average Shopify merchant or marketer and I ask them, hey, how's your advertising going? Typically I'll hear back, advertising is terrible now and we hate it. Well, what changed for them to have this strong reaction? Well, first of all, there is a technology that is no longer supported by the digital ad networks. So while in the past it would be easy to be a marketer and tell Facebook to do the targeting for you, that's no longer available. What's that technology? Well, it's called third-party cookie technology, and it used to be part of the browsers. That is until the European Union decided to enforce privacy protections around people that were browsing websites. Now you're probably encountering this today as an outcome. When you go to a new website, that website will ask you for permission to track your activity within the website using cookies. And you really have to give them permission before that tracking can happen. As a result, the digital advertising networks used to use that third-party cookie tracking technology to know which ads to display to you, and that's no longer working. You see, Apple's already removed third-party cookie technology from the Safari browser, that's their browser, and Google has announced that they're going to do the same thing with Chrome. So that's the majority of the browsers that are out there. And it's not like even before when the third-party cookie technology worked, that it was easy to support advertising on all of these digital ad networks. You see, there's no commonality across any of the ad networks. That is, if you got really good at Facebook, it's not like that expertise translated over to, say, LinkedIn or Reddit or any of the other ad networks. And as a result, sometimes you'd spend money on one ad network and then have to spend 80 times more money on the other ad network just to get the same results. I mean, for example, Facebook, for one of the ads that I ran, charged less than 20 cents per click of a person clicking over to my website, but for this very same ad, they charged more than $8 on Twitter. It really drives me nuts when I try and calculate the return on my ad spending across all these digital ad networks. That's the reason that I created Clevermow. See, Clevermow is the solution to these problems. We're one simple, easy-to-use web application that launches your ads on 6 different digital ad networks. And what's more, Clevermow automatically identifies the target audiences for you. We call it target market segmentation. That's done in Clevermow automatically. You just tell Clevermow which product you want to market, and then Clevermow figures out where the best audiences are across all those digital ad networks. There's this really cute sound effect that the Shopify app will make when you make your first sale. It goes like ka-ching. Well, you could think of Clevermow as being the application that makes it faster to get to ka-ching. The way it works is that you've got a simple web interface that asks you to identify the name of the ad, the location of your Shopify store, and then your budget. How much do you want to spend and over what time period? Clevermow does everything else. It creates the ad for you automatically. It identifies the target audiences on the 6 different digital ad networks for you automatically, and it actually launches those ads on all of those different digital ad networks. Then you get to come back to Clevermow and see a dashboard of results, which will show you overall how many impressions your ad got and how much it cost you for those impressions, and then how many clicks your ads generated into your store or into your website, and how much those clicks cost you. In addition, Clevermow is going to break out those costs according to the different digital ad networks that actually ran the ad. So you'd be able to see, is Facebook doing as well as, say, LinkedIn for me? What we also do is inject a tracking pixel into your Shopify store to track the return on ad spending. So we can actually track to see, well, how many of those clicks landed on your site into your store, how many of them actually got people to buy your product, and how many people spent how much money, so that you can quickly see in our dashboard how much the return on ad spending is, and not only in total, but also split out across all the digital ad networks. And I'll tell you, the targeting is so good that seeing 170% or 2 or 3 times the normal response rate that you were getting when you did these ads on your own, using Clevermow, you get a 3 to 10 times improvement because the targeting is so good. Okay, so let me show you the 4 steps that you have to take to get started and place your first ad. And it's just really not that complicated. The first step is to create a Clevermow account. Clevermow accounts are entirely free. It doesn't cost you anything to get one. Just go to the clevermow.com website and click on sign up. The sign up process will send you an email so that we verify that you're actually at the email address that you say you are, and it'll let you set up a password. The only time you actually spend any money with Clevermow is when you actually launch one of these ads. Clevermow will charge an 8% fee based on the budget that you set for your ad. So if you spend, say, $100, then 8% of that is going to go to Clevermow. So $8 will go to Clevermow on a $100 advertising spend. Okay, the second step then is to connect your Clevermow account to your digital ad network accounts. So yeah, your ads are actually going to appear on Facebook and LinkedIn and the other digital ad networks. So you need advertising accounts for each of those ad networks. To connect to your ad network, click on the Connect button. This will ask you to log into your Facebook ad account. And by continuing there, you get to select which ad account you want to use if you have multiples, and which Facebook page you want the ads to be associated with. So I'll say Clevermow. And there you go. You're now connected. The same thing is true for the other digital ad networks. So for example, here's Twitter. And now I'm connected to my Twitter ads account. That's it. Go back to the dashboard. And click on New Ad Campaign. From here, I'll identify the campaign name that I want. So I'll say, this is my Ask Mo Anything demo. And I've got this Shopify store that I helped Terry Harden with. She has these really cool sculptures. And she's also got a pin collection for tradable pins. So I'm going to type in here. And then I'll identify the schedule that when I want to run the ads and how much I want to spend. Then I'll select the product. I'll identify the start and end schedule and then how much I want to spend per day. And then notice that Clevermow's automatically created the ad for me right here. If I want to make changes to it, if I want to make changes to the ad, I can do that here. The landing page or the landing URL is going to be where I want people who are clicking on the ads to appear. And so here it goes straight into this product page where they can then purchase the product. And here's the text of the ad. Now, if I wanted to make changes to it, I can make changes directly here and I can save. I can also create additional ads by clicking here. When I'm ready to launch the ad, I just click launch. Clevermow will take care of identifying the target audiences and then actually launch the ad on those 6 different digital ad networks and send me a nice email letting me know when it's time to come back to the Clevermow website. The typical results will then look like this, where it identifies the total number of impressions that my ad got, the number of engagements. An engagement on, say, Facebook could be a like or a share. On Twitter, it could be a retweet or it could be a heart. It'll show me the number of clicks that my ad got, the number of video views, if I included a video, and then also the cost per 1,000 impressions. This is how much it's costing me to run this ad, or the cost per clicks. I'm paying this every time somebody clicks on my ad. And yeah, the dashboard of results. Imagine that. A single web page that shows you the results, not only in total, but also spread out across all those digital ad networks that it found audiences for you. That's it. That's as complicated as running your first ad on Clevermow is going to be. Now, you might have lots of questions like, hey, which messages should I use? Which messages are going to be stronger than others? Well, what I'd recommend you do is use Clevermow not only to run your ads, but also to test your ads. You see, you can set the budget to anything you want, and Clevermow will launch the ad, and you'll be able to see for yourself, did certain messages work better or worse, and did they work better or worse on the 6 different digital ad platforms. What I'd recommend you do is attend our Ask Mo Anything sessions. They're every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and they're entirely free. I'm normally the host of them, and as an ads expert, I'm happy to share whatever I know with you that would help you be more successful with your ads. On behalf of everybody at Clevermow, I wish you happy advertising, and I'll see you soon.